All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to my presentation on Aviation in a Nutshell by Esther Van Tile. There are almost 30,000 pilots in the United States, and it is important to recognize quickly if you're an aviation major or not. Today, I have listed some of the signs that you might be an aviation major. For example, if you feel the need to compulsively tell others that you are a pilot, if you look at the sky when you hear a plane, if 65% of daily conversation is composed of aviation acronyms, you might be an aviation major. Additionally, if you love big planes, or really just any planes, if you look at the weather in numbers and letters rather than regular words and claim it is superior, you might also be an aviation major. Additionally, if you are obsessed with the new Top Gun, this is a sign that you are potentially an aviation major. If you must look up any flight flying ahead on a FlightAware, or you think in Zulu time, it is possible that you are an aviation major. Additionally, if you respond with dead silence when asked to discuss non-aviation topics, that is a clear sign. Now that you have determined if you are an aviation major or not, we're going to discuss the Aviation Student Starter Pack. This starter pack is composed of all the key essentials that every aviation student possesses. First up, we have a complete idiot's guide to flying. We have the infamous khaki pants, a pretty much empty logbook if you're a student, a copy of the FAR-AIM, a headset, the Sporty's Pilot Shop poster that every aviation major seems to own at least one of, or if you're Levi, you probably own two, an iPad, and finally, your very own Liberty Cessna. Now, you might have determined that you're an aviation student, but are you a CFI? Well, let's find out. If you talk about students and truck rides incessantly, if you are broke, you own a copy of the ASA Flight Instructor Guide, or have hundreds of lessons plans stored somewhere on your laptop, it's possible you're a CFI. Now, let's talk about a CFI starter pack. First up, we've got those infamous khakis. We've got a red Liberty Polo. We've got your very own students. A flight bag so large that you wonder if you really need all of the items in it. A remove before flight tag, especially if they did not acquire one previously. You don't have money because you're very underpaid. And you might experience some unfortunate student mistakes. Next up, we're going to discuss acronyms and what I thought they stood for. First up, we've got ATC, which is American Transport Committee. We have the FAR-AIM, which I thought was a fairly awkward race for airmen in mid-flight. We have a CFI, which is a Certified Flight Idiot. Now we're going to talk about terms and what I thought they stood for, similar to the acronyms. First up, vectoring, so dressing up like Vector from Despicable Me. We have holding short, which I thought was preventing short people from using the runway. We have angle of attack, which is the direction to attack terrorists that are boarding the aircraft. We have yoke, which is a harness for an ox. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. That is aviation in a nutshell.